I'm Paul Hervey-Brookes, and this is the Cancer Research UK Legacy Garden. It's a garden that's very personal to me, but more than about me, it's a garden which expresses the beauty of living, the beauty of the natural world, and importantly, the work of Cancer Research UK and the vital need to raise money in the efforts to find cures for cancers. So the idea of the garden is to create a sense of somewhere natural and living, to see the beauty in the world. I wanted people to be able to walk through this garden and to kind of have time to reflect on that and have time to think about the fact that in that moment, whether we like it or not, like the next day happens, and slowly we can rebuild our lives and we do see beauty again. There are a couple of subtle references to that within the garden. So there are some hands carved into the slate, and they represent the fact that it literally can touch anybody's life. And then there's also a very powerful quote about those moments, which I've drawn on not only my own experience, but the experience of other survivors and family members left behind. And I wanted the garden to actually be uplifting and to be a celebration of the kind of living energy of people who are with us and people who are not with us who've been affected by cancer. The choice of hard landscaping materials, I think, was really, really important to kind of tell the story in an allegorical way. It's very natural in one sense, and it also has a very dominant man-made structure. And the reason that I've done that is because the various stages of cancer diagnosis, treatments, what can be end of life, sometimes what can be survival, remission, all of those things, they change. And they demand different things from both the person who's being diagnosed and family members. And to me, slate embodies that because it's a metamorphic rock, so it goes through changes. And what we've done here is use slate to embody that. So it's in big boulder form, it's in varying size aggregates, and it's also then being cut into a very contemporary rectangular paver. So it goes through changes in the same way. It's consistent, and it gives form and structure to the garden, but we see it transition and metamorphosize through different stages. And I think that's really important to just make the garden really hone in on the subject matter. The other important element about slate is it in itself is quite variable. So there's grey slate, there's purple slate, there's blue slate. I particularly like Welsh slate because the colour is incredibly deep and it doesn't have the same fading that you get with other slates. So for me, this is the best possible quality natural product, and it suits this garden particularly well. And I really kind of enjoy the way it lifts the planting and makes it just feel a little bit more greener, and it adds a lot of depth to the character of what we've created. The other materials that we've used in the garden are Breedon Golden Amber self-binding gravel, and for me, I love that. I use it in a lot of gardens, and here we've done something slightly different with it. So it can be used very formally, and like we see in parks and country houses and on drives, but here we've blended it with the slate aggregate and with the cobbles in varying gradations in order to get a very, very soft natural surface. It still has all of the qualities of a surface that you can walk on and is very, very durable, but blending the edges has given it, in this situation, a much more natural feel. And for me, that just shows the durability and the many different ways that one thing can be used as an amazing product in the garden.